Market update here on the 27th. I got some stuff going on here in the next hour, so I got to do it now. I'm looking for this to come down to 395.40 to maybe 396. The 15-minute or hourly demand zone is right here. So you can do it on smaller time frames as well. So I have the 4-hour down here, but then we had this big candle right here. So the candle before that, you know that's going to be the demand zone. And so I think the very top of the body here at 396.11 should hit potentially all the way down here to 395.07. The 1.61 fib is sitting here at 395.37. So if we zoom in here, depending on if this is a 5-wave move, if it's a ABC move, then I would look for it to not go past 395.40. If it's a 5-wave move, we're probably looking at coming down into the 4-hour demand zone. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. On the hourly, after I made the video earlier, you can also notice that it basically came into the hourly supply zone right here. It hit the very top of it. So it was in the 4-hour, but also the hourly within it as well, and get the big candle down. So this is a candle I'm looking at for to hit on this downtrend, this short-term downtrend. We'll find out if this ends up being, going back to Elliot wave now, if this ends up being this, or is this going to end up being something like that, which this would probably be a good destination right here around this supply zone right here around 405.84. Came all the way to 401. I don't know if the 1.61 fib gets there. Yeah, it does actually, almost pretty much perfectly. So you get the 1.61 fib right into that supply zone right there. So if it's ABC, I'd be looking for 405.91 to 407.40. If it's a 5-wave move, we're probably coming down to the 4-hour demand zone. So that's what I'm looking for. It's not falling right now. We'll see how long this takes to play out, but going again by another strategy, going by A, B, and C by the timing of it. This took about 4 hours, so I would expect 2 hours. And this started at 1300, which I'm on Midwest time, so potentially by the close or by tomorrow morning, I expect the C wave or the 3rd wave to be finished. So that's kind of my analysis so far. I would lean towards this being an ABC move, but could be a 5-wave move too. It'd probably look something like this. Bounce out of it, and then you'd probably go down to the 4-hour zone. So that's SPY. Google, nothing really else to say about Google right now. It hasn't moved all day. I bought into this at 90, and it's been at like 90.10 the whole day. It's kind of crazy. Apple, same thing, hasn't really moved that much besides the morning, but the exact same setup as SPY. We can look here on the 15-minute time frame, and you can see demand zone right here at 146.32. If it were to break that, then I would just be looking for the 4-hour down here at 144. The 1.61 fib of this move is basically right around there. So we'll see what happens with that. If it breaks above that, I would say I'm leaning towards ABC again. If we zoom out here on higher time frames, maybe I'm looking for ABC because, yeah, I think it's going to probably go down more. I mean, this looks like a complete ABC move right here, so maybe we do. I think it's going to come down more, but I think we might get this just like SPY and then come down. That's kind of my thinking on everything. and then this would be potentially the bottom. So ABC, come down here, and then go higher. So that's Apple. Let's look at Tesla. So Tesla is going a little bit higher than I thought it would, but not that much. Still the same pattern. This is probably a 5-wave move. Yeah, maybe not. It looks like a 5-wave move to me, except for this candle kind of trips it up a little bit. Either way, this is definitely an ABC move overall, so not looking at this one too deeply. We came up a little bit higher than I thought we would, 209. Top here is at 217, 192. So I'm looking probably still mid 180s. Maybe down here to, let's go to the hourly. The heck did it take me? Okay, so the hourly. So on the hourly, it's gonna have to get through this supply zone right here at 196 to 195, and then I would be looking for, actually probably below this 194 area, and then I would be looking for potentially all the way down here to like 185. Probably in this, this demand zone is not very good. Let's go on higher time frames. So demand zone right here, this is from earlier today, 198 to 194, but based on the structure, I expect that to break. I expect it to come down to like 185, so we can look down here and try to get an idea. This looks like a demand zone right here around 177 to 172. Not sure if it'll get down that low, but I think if it breaks below 187, it might have a chance. That would just mean that the whole thing would end up being still like an expanded flat of some sort. The 1.61 fib of the A wave is sitting here at right around 176. That would be right into that demand zone. So we'll see if that plays out. I have some sold puts on this. I really should probably close them, but I also have one put that it's covering the cost of, so I can't really do that. Let's look at Microsoft. So Microsoft started off up. We have 4-hour supply right here, 4-hour demand right here. It's falling back into demand. And so, yeah, it might come down here to $249. It looks like a ABC move, and we should get another move higher. Looking at the overall chart using Elliot wave, I would look. I think it's going to be similar to SPY again. We're getting another ABC move, so again, same thing as before. Probably something like this. We got a supply zone right there. So maybe up here to the high 250s, and then maybe sell off more, or maybe even grind up higher than that. Let's see where the daily is. Daily would be way up here at 268. So if it came to 259 and it was an overall A, B, C, something like that, that's possible. But I think that a shorter ABC and more downside is also possible. Let's look at the whole chart though using Elliott wave. Very corrective move here. Pullback. Yeah, I think that there's a chance we come up here and then we come back down farther before going higher. So overall, I would say that this is most likely just a pullback B, and we got to get another move higher eventually. The dollar, is dumping pretty good today. On the 4-hour time frame, it dumped right into a demand zone right here. And let's go to the daily now and just see. Okay, daily you can't see anything. 4 hours the best to look at it. So dumps right into a demand zone, bounces a little bit, not much yet. So let's go on lower time frames. And clearly a corrective move. So that is not what bulls wanted to see. Corrective move here into demand. I mean, this is the start of a corrective move. So we're probably looking at something overall that's going to look like come down here, bounce, potentially all the way up here to 105.17, and then probably get another move to a lower demand zone. Probably have to go on the daily for this, and maybe down here to this one right here at 104.01 to 103.89. If it breaks that, let's see what the 1.61 fib is here. Yeah, I mean, that's right around it, 104. So I think that overall this is going to be an ABC move. I don't see it as an impulsive move lower. So there's probably going to be some more short-term pain in the market, and all of these stocks are showing a little bit lower in my opinion, and SPY is as well. Even if it comes down here and then goes higher, it's probably going to come down lower before we resume the bullish trend to 420 plus. So that's what I see. SPY is starting to sell off here. Again, I'm looking for 395.50 to 396. And then I would look for a bounce, probably higher, probably going to hit this area around 405.97 to 407.36. So hopefully the supply demand is helping a little bit. If you understand or have any questions, you can ask me. I just recently, I've known it for a while, but I haven't put it into practice that much. And I went over it this weekend to try to sharpen it a little bit, figure out how to do it better. And I think it really helps out to see the whole picture in the chart. So you can add that too. Hopefully that helps out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you like the content. And yeah, I'll talk with you guys tomorrow. I don't see anything else. We can go over Bitcoin actually real quick. I want to see where Bitcoin's at. So Bitcoin, let's do the daily. Looks like ABC here. Pullback, I would look for more downside. Still 19 to 20,000. Maybe this is still wave A down because the 1.61 fib doesn't quite get there. On a demand basis, I'm looking at the next demand zone being right here. So starting at 21,963, 21.5, that would be the next place to bounce out of, and then there's probably going to be more downside. Demand zone though around this area is non-existent, so that could be a problem, except for maybe this area right here, 21.1 to 29, but that didn't hit the 50% retracement yet. Let's do weekly. So yeah, if it breaks through this demand zone, it could come all the way back down here to high 16, low 17,000 pretty easily, considering these are all pure big move candles. I would consider this a pretty explosive move. Doesn't come down here to that low again. This has got to be the demand zone right here. So really, I would want it to hold based on daily demand. I'd want it to hold here at 21.5. If it breaks through that, we do have a little bit of support here, but the next demand zone is sitting here around low 17, high 16s. So that would be pretty far for a second wave. That would basically be all the way to the point past the 0.78 fib, but that is what the chart is showing for supply demand. Elliot wave is 20 to 19,000. All right, I think I'm finished now. We are still sitting here at 397.73. Let's see if we get the sell off to 395.50 to 396 before the close, or if it happens tomorrow morning, or if it happens at all. All right, that's it. Have a good night.